So it's Wednesday the 15th, still in Ezhou, down China. Crazy day, it must be banking day, all the oldies are out and waiting up in line outside the banks. So I think I better start my day with a nice fresh Chinese coffee. Always tastes burnt. They don't have real milk in it, so it doesn't taste as roast. And they usually get to put sugar in as well, but anyway, you get what you get, and that's life. Into my coffee shop I go. Hi ho, hi ho, hi ho. Hello. Yeah, that's the dress.
出炉的鲜奶油、热蛋奶油，会员买3送1哦。会员吧？是。
So yesterday, I tried to ring the MyGov department in Australia, and I was on hold for 20 minutes, only to be put onto a nice young lady that listened to my story, and she tried to put me through to Centrelink to try and see if I could get some form of payment of some sort since my situation. And I was on hold for 3 hours and 3 minutes, only to be hung up on when they answered the call. I'm pretty annoyed about it. It's like the third time it's happened to me now, and I was convinced that now I was talking to this one lady and she's like, yeah, no worries Tim, we'll sort this out for you, you know, it can't happen like this. And she goes, it won't take long. Well, 3 hours and 3 minutes and like $60 worth of credit to be hung up on again. Unreal. Pathetic, it's absolutely pathetic. So I gather today I'll just go and buy some new phone credit and start again. See how my luck goes this time. It doesn't really matter what I do, it always seems to hang up. They don't want a phone number from overseas because they don't ring you back. They don't email you because who knows. And then they said to me, the lady that said I talked to first said to me, oh, you can give someone else in your family your details so they can help you out, but you need to speak to Centrelink first to organise that. Well, I can't organise that because I can't get onto Centrelink from overseas. Simple as that. So then I ring the Shanghai embassy and tell them again what's going on. And he says to me, oh Tim, we could probably put you through, but there's no guarantee they'll answer the phone call. And I said, well, why would I want to do that? Because it's happened to me like 3 or 4 times already, and you're just pretty well passing the buck anyway, when it's sort of your job to help me out, mate, and you haven't really done anything at all for me in, what, 3 months? You haven't done one thing. So, yeah, I don't really have much faith in the system, and it's pretty simple, you know. I don't know what's going on, but that's the way it is. How's this lady? She cleans the street. She's got a cool little 3-wheeler. So in an hour or so, the ABC radio in Australia is ringing me up to do an interview, and they organised it yesterday, so that's pretty cool. I might try and have a bit of a whinge about the situation, but they only ever seem to want to know about Wuhan and all that crap. They seem to neglect about asking about my situation. Anyway, I'll spell it out, they'll probably cut it all out. We'll see what happens. Yeah, not getting into this bank in a hurry. They've all got to wait for a ticket. Wait. Must be pension day here or something. Seems to be oldies everywhere. Yeah, so I had my interview with the ABC Radio Melbourne. I suppose they'll delete it all because they didn't really like to hear what I had to say, and I was just telling them the truth, and yeah, I don't think they really wanted to hear. So suddenly it was, oh Tim, we can't hear you, the phone's dropping out. I went, no, the phone's fine, I can hear you perfect. No, it's bad on our end, we'll have to talk to you later. What a classic. I don't think I'm fucking stupid. Yeah, well, you ask me stupid questions, I'm going to give you stupid answers, and if you ask me a question, I'm going to tell you the truth, mate. If you don't want to hear the truth, well, that's not my problem. I said, if you want to listen to what the Australian government is saying about everything, well, that's fine, but that's very naive. She told me Australia was in 2 weeks into a lockdown. I said, that's not a lockdown. She goes, oh yes, we're in a strict lockdown. I said, that's not a strict lockdown. I said, you're allowed to go shopping, you're allowed to go on public transport, your children are still allowed to go to school. I said, that totally defeats the purpose of a lockdown. I said, that's not even a lockdown. She goes, oh well, China's lockdowns were very harsh. I said, well, that's what a lockdown is. It's harsh, and it has to segregate the people and keep society to that point where they can take out the sick and elderly and whatever. Well, I can tell you that the methods that they used in China for lockdown were very harsh, but were very, very effective. Now the measures that you are taking in Australia in your lockdowns are bloody useless, and as long as there's still people getting around in society, there's still a danger of people cross-infecting other people, and that's just totally ridiculous. So all it's going to do is make your lockdown last a lot longer and prolong the whole process in Australia to totally destroy our economy. China sorted it out in a few months, and everything was back to normal pretty well, except that we have to take, precautionary measures now. However, Australia is just going to linger if you just don't take this more seriously and put in some, definite restrictions. You've still got domestic flights. In America, there's domestic flights all over the place. Now, how do they think they're going to control it while people are travelling from one city to another, spreading it throughout the whole country? I said, it's just totally fucking pointless. I said, so, then the lady in the ABC tells me that, I said something about the expensive plane fares home, and she said, oh, that should ease up soon. I said, well, how's that going to ease up? There's no tourism in Australia, and the government have shut the borders. Well, she said, oh, no, tourism's, back on track. I said, well, that totally defeats the purpose of lockdown, doesn't it? So, I don't know. What are you fucking talking about? This lovely girl, she's dressed in beautiful Chinese clothing. So until everybody in the world has the same sort of rules and regulations, and we all sort of work together and lock this joint down, the whole world I'm talking about, and get on top of this virus, I don't really think it's going to be much of a great effect. It's just going to keep going around and around. And until people realise that and all take it a lot more seriously, I'm not saying that people aren't taking it seriously, but the governments have got to work in unison to sort this out. The general public can't really do it on our own. Oh, I love the wildlife in this country. Now that's the way to ride a motorbike with mum. Backwards, no helmet and mask on. Go kid. The lady at the ABC asked me if China's is over this virus now, why are you all still wearing face masks? Well, I said to her that in China we're all taking extra precautions because we don't want this to happen again, and that's as simple as that. I said until people all realise that we've all got to work together to sort this out, nothing's going to happen. So I was just on the phone for 2 hours and 48 minutes waiting on hold to speak to international services with Centrelink and find out if I was entitled to any payments. I eventually got onto some guy, and he said there's a ministerial inquiry into my circumstances, and that the people that I need to speak to weren't available, and asked me if I could ring back. I said to the guy, mate, I've been ringing, and I've been put on hold for that many hours. It's cost me that much money. And I said, and now you're telling me the guy's not available to talk to? I said, well, can you guys ring me back? And they said, oh, unfortunately your phone number in China doesn't work. Well, other people in Australia can ring me on this phone number, and I don't seem to have a problem with that. So it seems to me like they just keep passing the buck. Meanwhile, I wasted half of my day on hold again, and I'm totally at a loss for words for the situation now. Oh, it's a nice day with the t-shirt on the motorbike today. So I just found out recently, a few minutes ago, why they are considering me poisonous. Because the lady that lives in here that had coronavirus, me and her are friends, and I actually talk to her a lot, and people think that she's still contagious because people that get coronavirus don't actually get rid of it, like people are thinking. The Chinese government's saying that it lingers in their bodies and they can have reoccurrences. So up to like they're guessing maybe 12 months to 24 months. They're not sure yet because they haven't had it long enough. But anyway, so because I've been hanging out with that lady on and off, now I'm considered a carrier. Classic. News travels around this town pretty quick, and people have been like seeing me in the street and they pull their masks up and you go, oh shit, there's that white dude, you know, better be careful, he might fucking give us coronavirus. But yeah, actually it's these two ladies up here that just told me this. These two ladies, these two are my friends as well, and they're actually sisters. These two sisters. Say hello. Hello, Lily. Say hello to Australia. Pull your mask up. See? They think I'm poisonous. I told you. Anyway, that's life. Check out these ladies in this shop. They're all really pretty. Oh, those poor ladies watch me walk past every day about 20 times. Well, the queue at the bank's a little bit smaller now. And here's our lady there. It's funny, when you're the only white guy in the city, everybody seems to know who you are. And so you can't really fucking hide anywhere. There's nowhere to hide. Anyway, I'm going to go down to the coffee shop and get my daily afternoon dose. It's out for some takeaway duck. Fuck a duck. Yep, coming in here gives me the munchies. Oh, they know how to make cakes here. Yum, yum. Yeah? Look at the effort these two are putting into my coffee, because I'm like one of the only people in this city that orders the coffee. And they take so much care. This lady always puts a pattern on top. Oh, and here's the box. See, this is a rating system for every food shop in the city, and they get a letter or a smiley face depending on the cleanliness of their thing. And this lady was just laughing because I think she's stuffed up, but she's because they're very diligent, these people. She's crying. Oh yes, she's beautiful. So anyway, I'm pretty well over filming today. I've been kept busy by the government on hold. Well, they've probably been having their long lunch breaks and enjoying their don't worry about the public because I got a government job sort of thing. Anyway, meanwhile I got my coffee and my cake. I'm going to go home and enjoy my afternoon and take it from there. Enjoy the day, and I'll talk to you guys later. Cheers.